What's up YouTube, this is Jake from JP Trading Cards here, and today I'm bringing you guys my updated Cyberse Deck Profile post-Extreme Force. So this deck didn't change a whole lot, but it added a couple monsters that make the deck a little bit better. The deck's not great, but the additions help a little bit. So kind of to repeat of what I mentioned in the video before, in case you didn't watch it, it's a monster heavy deck that uses a lot of special summons, and then using those special summons end up link summoning. So yeah, so it's kind of an overview of the deck. It's also used by Playmaker, which is the main character in Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns. So I think, and in that we're on episode 41 or 42. So if you haven't, you can go check that out online. I think it's pretty good. Definitely better than the last two, Arc 5 and Zexal. I personally was not a fan of those at all. But yeah, so without further ado, we should get started into the deck. But first, I want to ask you guys to please like, please comment, and please subscribe to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon related content. Now, let's get started. Alright, to start things off, we're going to run 3 of Draconet, which this isn't new, but when he's normal summoned, you can special summon a level 2 or lower normal monster from your hand or deck in defense mode, so that special summons Digitron or Bitron. 3 of Balancer Lord to pay 1,000 life points, and you get an extra special summon this turn. Next, 3 of Cyberse Wizard. This card can be played at 3 or 2. Personally, I like him just as 800 attack, and then you can target one of your opponent's attack position monsters and change it to defense mode, and then if you destroy him, he loses life points. Next, triple Backup Secretary. I like Backup Secretary a lot. So if you control a Cyberse monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Again, another special summon. Next, I run 3 Bit Trooper. This is a new card from Extreme Force. So you can send 1 level 2 or lower monster from your hand to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. So this is an option to special summon him, or you can just normal summon. Either way works. So that's all the cards that I run 3 of. Again, Bit Trooper is another one. You could play anywhere from 1 to 3. I personally run them at 3. That just is the way I built the deck. Next, 2 Link Slayer. It's basically a Cyber Dragon. So if you control no monsters, and you can special summon this card from your hand. So it's great to draw this first turn, and then you can discard up to 2 cards and destroy that many Splatter Traps on the field. Next, I run 2 Bitron and 2 Digitron. Again, use this with Draconet. Also, you can use this with Bit Trooper. That's why I run 4. So yeah, pretty good card. Also, you can use this with Link Spider. Next, 2 Boot Staggered. So if a Cyber Monster is normal summoned, you can special summon this from your hand, and then if this card inflicts battle damage, you can special summon 1 Stag token. So that's awesome for tokens and link summoning. So that's it for the 2 ofs. Now to the 1 ofs, kind of just support cards for Cyberse. 1 Launcher Commander. So all Cyberse gain 300 attack and defense. 1 Dual Assembworm. This card's okay, so if this card's in your hand or graveyard, banish 2 other Cyberse monsters from your hand or field, and you can special summon this card, but its attack is halved. So that's the downside. But once per turn, you can banish 1 card from your hand and banish 1 card on the field with less or equal attack to this card. So that's really good, just to banish one of their opponent's monsters. 1 Ram. Oh, my box is falling. 1 Ram Clouder. You tribute 1 monster, then target 1 Cyberse monster and your graveyard, special summon it. So you can use this and Firewall if one Firewall is in the grave. One Lockout, so just in case you're in trouble and your opponent attacks you directly, special summon this from your hand, and it can't be destroyed by battle. And then, so when an effect of a monster your opponent controls is activated, you can target one Cyberse you control and negate the effect of both Cyberse monsters. So, not bad. Again, mostly for the first effect, where if you're getting attacked directly, you can use this to block it. One ROM, so when this card is normal summon, target one Cyberse monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon one level 4 or lower Cyberse from your deck. So, it has, if it's destroyed, then you can bring one back. So that's pretty good. You really only want to run one of him. One Stack Reviver. So if this card's used as link material, target one other level 4 or lower Cyberse monster in your graveyard that was used for the same link summon. Special summon it in defense mode. So it's great to bring any monster back because they're all Cyberse. One Backlinker. So when your opponent, so if only your opponent controls a monster in the extra monster zone, special summon this from your hand, and you contribute this card and shuffle all monsters from the extra monster zones into the deck. So that's great. Basically like a trap card. And then you cannot special summon monster for the extra monster zone this turn. So that's the only downside, but it stops their extra monster. And then finally, I run one hand trap. It's just effect Veiler. So yeah, that's it for the monsters. Again, this is a monster heavy deck, as you can see here. So that's it with the monsters, and let's get on to the spells. Alright, for the spells, you run 4 of them. Double Signet Backdoor. Target one. This is awesome. This card is probably one of the best cards in the deck. I want to run 3, but only have 2 of them. So you target one Cyberse you control, banish it, and then add one Cyberse from your deck to your hand, whose attack is lower than the monsters that you banished. Then during your standby phase, you can return the banished monster, and you can attack your opponent directly. So it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Next, one Signet Universe. So this is your field spell in the deck. So all link monsters gain 300 attack. And once per turn, you can target one monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into your deck. I'd just if I have it, I'll play it. If not, it's not a big deal. That's why I only run one of them. Next, one-time passcode for tokens. And finally, Soul Charge. Obviously, this is pretty self-explanatory. Using so many monsters, it's a great way to use this and then link someone out of it. So that's it for the spells. Like I said, it's not a lot of spells. So let's get on to the traps. Same deal as the spells. I only run a couple traps. Recoded Alive. So target one link 3 Cyberse link monster you control, or is in your graveyard, and you can banish it. And if you do, special summon one Code Talker monster from your extra deck. If you control the monsters in the extra monster zone, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one of your banished Code Talkers and special summon it. So it's great for obviously all the Code Talkers. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Banish and you can get another one. Next, one Cyberse Beacon. So if you took damage by battle or an effect, you add one level 4 or lower Cyberse monster from your deck to your hand. It's okay, So it's not like game changing or anything, but and finally, Torrential Tribute. So when a monster is summoned, destroy all monsters on the field. So you can use this and just wipe your opponent clean. So that's it for all the trap cards, guys. Again, not a lot, monster heavy. So now, finally, let's get onto the extra deck. Alright guys, finally we have the extra deck. So, the extra deck is a lot of personal preference and what you think is going to go best with this deck. But, since my deck profiles are pure archetype build, so that means I'm basically only using those cards, or maybe like one or two others. like the case of this one, which is a Cyberse build. So my extra deck is only Cyberse Link monsters. So I want to just clarify that before someone just rips me apart and there's like, oh, you have no Xyz monsters, all these rank 4s, all these rank 3s, and you have no one. It's a pure build. You can insert whichever Xyz monsters you would like to run and you would fit best. So I just want to clarify that before you're shocked that there is no Xyz monsters. So without further ado, let's start. For the link ones, Spider, Secure Gardener. Mostly go Link Spider with the Bit Trooper and Digitron. Bitron. Why did I say Bit Trooper? Bitron and Digitron. So yeah. Next, for rank 2s, Proxy, awesome card. Recovery Sorcerer, Flame Administrator. Honeybot is really good. Neither player can target this monster this card points to. Link Bumper. Next. So that's it for the rank 2s. I mostly go into either Proxy or Honeybot. I personally think those two are the best. Now for the rank 3s. Or actually, there's one rank 2, excuse me. Binary Sorceress. That's pretty good too. Again, Proxy, Binary, and Honeybot. Now for the rank 3s. To start off first, we're going to go with Trigate Wizard. Awesome card. The only downside is you can't use tokens, so Boot Staggered and One-Time Passcode, you can't use those for Trigate, but you're so monster heavy, it's not really a big deal. And next, the triple lineup of Code Talkers, Xcode, Encode, Decode. Decode's by far the best one. It's not even a question. I think it's like a $6 card from a structure deck that's worth like $9. So it's over half the price of the structure deck. So Decode is amazing. Finally, couple rank 2s, or excuse me, rank 4s. 2 plus 2 is 4. That's where I was going with that. 1, Borload. His effect is, not as great as in this deck as it is with the rocket build, just because you can target with the rockets. All the rocket monsters' effects just coincide perfectly with Borload. So yeah, just amazing card. And finally, Firewall Dragon. There's no words that can describe how good Firewall is, besides just absolutely amazing. Everyone runs Firewall. It was so broken, it went from 3 to 1 in the ban list. Yeah, Firewall is crazy good. And it's pretty easy to get out in this deck because of all the special summons. So that's it, guys, for the extra deck. Again, I want to clarify that it is a pure Cyberse build. So most of these, except Borload, are all Cyberse monsters. So for the extra deck, you can run whichever other Xyz. I don't think I have any tuners in here, so no tuner or synchros, but any Xyz you would like. That is your personal preference. This is a pure Cyberse build, so I wanted to give you guys a strictly Cyberse extra deck so you can build off of that. So that's it, guys. I want to ask you guys to please, if you guys like Firewall Dragon as much as I do, please like, please comment, and please subscribe to the channel. Jake is out.